Hello. Oh, hello. Hello, everyone. I'm really sick today. Hello. How are we all doing today? Hope everyone else having a slightly better day than I am, and I look a little bit rough today. I am very sick. So, how's everyone else doing? How's everyone else's day been going? Hopefully better than mine. I've been in bed all day. I can't really speak very well because I've been coughing all day. So apologies for the lack of crisp audio. But as I said, I am very unwell. I cancelled all my other lessons today. I should have had a lesson just now, and then 2 more later in a meeting. Nah, can't be doing that. Can't do it. It's taken all of my strength to be here right now. Because it's the last week, and I can't miss the last week, can I? That'd be horrible. Hello, Lyrics Blue. Nice to see you again. The regulars coming in. How are you doing? Hopefully good. When do people finish for Christmas? That'll be exciting. When do people finish their Christmas? Let's start that conversation. Oh. So yeah, apologies if I cough a lot. And I a lot. I am very ill. Last day is on the 16th. Ooh, that's close, isn't it? Is that this Friday? I can't remember. Is that this Friday? The 22nd? That's far, isn't it? I've heard of some people finishing on the 23rd. That seems crazy to me. Crazy. I can't remember. That's like day before Christmas Eve. Oh my gosh. The schools don't understand these days that Christmas starts a couple of days before Christmas Eve, and not everyone celebrates Christmas, and I do apologise if I'm going on this tirade and you don't celebrate Christmas. But Christmas is like the whole week, giving you just the day before Christmas Eve off. Oh, not even that, the last day, you end on the 25th. In the UK, I think schools are open on the 25th. It's bank holiday. School's holiday as well. Don't celebrate Christmas of it? Yeah, I love Christmas. Christmas is my favourite. Hello, Mikhail. Hello, nice to meet you. Nice to not meet you. Not meeting you. Nice to see you. Yeah. I'll say it a million times in the intro, probably throughout. I am very sick, so I do apologise if I'm very coughy, and everything. But you know what? Last session, we're going to give it my all. I can't just not show up, can I? Absolutely not. Got to show up for the crew. Let's have a look. Now schools that bank holidays. I think all schools are off on Christmas Day at least, unless you go to maybe a religious school that is not Catholicism or Christianity. I know every Christian school have a day off on Christmas Day. But yeah, and if you're abroad as well, then obviously abroad we won't celebrate Christmas Day the way that we do. But in the UK. Math mock? Oh no. That's a shame. That's okay. You know what? At least it's only a mock. Right? It's always better to feel it now, so to get your butt into gear, right? So you don't feel it in I think the first exam's in 22 weeks. Biology 1's in 22 weeks. I don't know the first exam that I teach for, but it might not be the first exam for you guys. I think you've got 22 weeks to get everything sorted in the world of mathematics and the sciences. But you know what? At least if it's gone poorly now, at least that will mean that hopefully it'll go well in the future. You've had the kick up the backside that you may have needed, and now we know to work. Olivia's had to sing High School Musical, but I will not attempt that in this voice. Let's have a look. Will you ever do? I don't know. I don't believe so. That's up to my tutor. Obviously, I'm being employed right now to do live streams for my tutor. On behalf, I'm just a tutor on their site, right? So I don't run these live streams. I like them. I like these sessions. I mean, obviously now I'm very sick, and I still wanted to come today. I really, really, really enjoy these sessions. I think they're really fun. I thoroughly enjoy them. I think I don't know if that'll happen again with me. Maybe not. Maybe they might want to have different tutors on a rotation or something. But hopefully there'll be more, because I think they're really good. I think they're really interesting. Kind of breaking to know that everyone and their dog seemingly does math TikTok lives, don't they? Every day, every evening, I'll scroll through TikTok and just see GCSE maths tutor. I'll see a different tutor. I'll see someone going to past paper. I'll see someone doing some sciences. I see everyone working through past papers and stuff on TikTok. So I think my tutor harboring the YouTube space to be really good. So no one really does it on YouTube right now, do they? Everyone's on TikTok. I think YouTube and Twitch haven't really got on the study vibes yet. It's all on TikTok right now, isn't it? But hopefully they'll take advantage. I think they're really fun. I really enjoyed these sessions. I'd be more than happy to do it again. I love these sessions. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're really good, yeah. I mean, there's a link in the description. I think, I can't remember what it says, but then feedback, something like that. Tell them that you like them. They won't do them again if people don't think. So I mean, they're not expensive to run, but they're, they have to pay me to do them, right? So if people don't like them, then they're not gonna continue to do so, right? So you gotta tell them that you like them. If there's a link in the description to feedback or something, so that you like them and they want to carry on. They'll probably be more inclined to listen to feedback than you guys and anyone else, no matter what numbers say or anything. If you guys like them, then you gotta tell them, then hopefully they won't stop. Hello Chloe, how are you doing? So today we're doing simultaneous equations, my favourite. I love this. I'm so glad I decided to make that the last week. I thought we'd end up on a bang, simultaneous equations. I love a simultaneous equation. I think they're fun. I think they're fab. Simultaneous equations are probably my favourite topic in maths. Probably my favourite maths topic. I really, really enjoy them. I think they're very, very much fun. How do you guys feel about simultaneous equations? We're going to do some grade 5-ish ones and then some grade 9 ones. Ooh. The first time we're going to reach into the boundaries of year 9. Grade 9 and these live streams. Haven't gone there yet. But I'm close. We've done a grade 7 question, maybe a grade 8 question. We haven't done grade 9 yet. That's today. Today, my dudes. We're feeling pumped and ready. And grade 9 mathematics. Cool. So, let's get started then. Why haven't I haven't got a PowerPoint today. I was going to make it earlier, but that didn't happen. So I'm just going to copy and paste the questions into the lesson space. Let me turn it over 1 second. Where is the lesson space? Under the show time. There we are. Oops, daisy. Put you over there. There we go. Let me get rid of my download bar. There we are. Happy days. Okie dokie then. So excited. Good. You should be. Sometimes equations, they're a hoot. I very much like them. Let me start with one that isn't ridiculously easy. Let's do this one. You can use a calculator. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. I will be using a calculator for 2 plus 2 today. I know just my brain today. So I'm using a calculator for everything. So here we are. Oh. Where is it? Actually, it's been doing this thing recently where it just sends the question anywhere it fancies. Anyway, I'll make it bigger. Do not worry. It will become larger. Here we are. Solve the simultaneous equations. X minus 3y equals minus 23. 5x plus 2y equals 4. Ta-da! So, what do we do first? You guys tell me. Hello, Rav. How are you doing? Hello. Yeah, it's so fun. I love simultaneous equations. They're hoots. They're so much fun. They're always the same method unless you get one of those weird wordy ones. The grade 9 ones are actually pretty good. It's a grade 9 topic I would solely recommend practicing because it's always the same method every time. Just a case of being a lot of steps, right? It's just a lot of steps in simultaneous equations. But if you memorize the step, it's a very good one to get done. Okay, let's see what I'm seeing. So make y the same. We could. We've got 2 options here. We could make y's the same or we could make x's the same. Makes no difference as to which one you decide. Doesn't matter. Either x's or y's. So what I like to do is lay out my options. What are my choices? So I could either times this one by 5, this top equation, to get this to be 5x, to get the x's the same. So I could times this by 5. Or to get these the same, I can't turn 2 into 3 without timesing by 1.5, which is kind of gross, isn't it? I don't really want to do that. So we could times that one by 2 and that one by 3 to get them both to 6, right? When we had denominators being 2 and 3 on fractions, you make them both 6, right? Same kind of maths. So which of these is the most enticing? It is up to you. Whichever one you fancy, it's going to be the same outcome. I'm quite lazy, so I choose the one that either A has the nicest numbers if it's non-calculator, or B is the one where you have to times once, which is this guy. Times that one by 5, leave the bottom one as it is. Or you could times them both. Up to you. 2 and 3 are nicer numbers than 5, but again, up to you. I'm going to times by 5 though. So if you do go through and do the other method, we're not going to change it. You should get the same solution like that too. So then times that by 5 then. So then we're going to get 5x minus 15y equals whatever 23 times 5 is. No idea, could not tell you. Minus 23 times 5 minus 115. Okie dokie. And then we can leave this one as it is because the x's are now the same. 5x plus 2y equals 4. Okie dokie. And then from here, we're either adding or subtracting to eliminate these 5x's, right? We want to get rid of them. We don't want 5x's. We don't want x's and y's in the same equation. That'd be gross. So how do we get rid of these 5x's? Do we add or do we subtract? And how can we tell? Are we adding these or are we subtracting these? I do wonder. Let you guys have a little think, a little ponder. Minus? Yeah, Reham, you're absolutely right, it is indeed. But why? Why is it minus? Why is it not plus? Plus is nicer. I like adding. Yeah, if you add them, you get 10x. You do indeed. So, some things is like a little, like, kind of, not really a rhyme. I think it's kind of like an alliteration, maybe? Something. I don't know. I haven't done English in a long time. But same sign subtract. Yeah, perfect. Lewis got it. SSS, same sign subtract. I think that's alliteration. I think so, anyway. So you would subtract these two. And there we are. So you do 5x minus 5x, nothing. Minus 15y minus 2y, which is minus 17y, equals minus 115 minus 4, which is minus 119. And there we are. And this question gets me every time, because every time I look at those numbers and I think there's no way those are going to divide. There's no way those are going to be a nice number. It actually is. 119 does divide by 17. Who would think that? I wouldn't. So I guess it gets me every time. So 119 divided by 17 is some number 7. Who would have thought it? 7 sevens are 119. So then we get y equals 7. And that is your first solution. Okie dokie. And then we're going to put this into either this guy, this guy, this guy, or this guy. Doesn't really matter, whichever one you prefer. I won't do these ones if they're just like scaled up versions. If you've like rearranged and it looks nicer, these ones, then do one of those. And then, oh, you got minus 7. I'm assuming because you forgot that minus is a plus. That'll be why. But I do it all the time. So yeah, minus divided by minus is a plus. So you could have put into 3 and 4, but I won't do that unless you've rearranged it and it looks nicer. Obviously, there's like bigger versions of these ones. And then I'm going to put it into the first one because this x dude here is on its own, right? Very convenient. But you could put it into the bottom one. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same. We're going to move that up there. Can't really see it anymore. Put it there. I'll put it there. Why not? Okay, so then we put it into there. So we then get x minus 3 lots of 7 equals minus 23. And then x minus 3 times 7, that's 21, isn't it? 7.21, yeah, equals minus 23. Add that over there, and you get x is, what is that, 2? Maybe. Who knows? I think so. I'm going to double check again. My brain isn't working very well today. I'm very sick. So, it is 2. It's minus 2. Ah, stupid. Stupid. There we are. Yeah, it is minus 2. Yeah, I caught it, Reham, don't worry. One of these days I'll catch it. Yeah, negatives are not my strong suits, but there we are. Cool. And that is a grade 5-ish, 4, 5-ish simultaneous equation. This would be, if you were doing AQA Foundation, it would be like the last question on your paper. If you were doing EdXL Foundation, it would be like maybe second to third last in your paper. And obviously the tips are a bit harder. But there we are. Cool. So yeah, these questions are very easy to make silly mistakes on. I mean, I did it, didn't I? I just did it just then. They're very, very easy to make silly mistakes on. It's the case of going through the method. Obviously, this would be about 3 marks, right? So if you had the gist of it, then you're going to get the marks. It's just a case of getting those answer marks. Obviously, method marks, you can get them. It's just the answer marks that you have to be very careful with. So this is a good question to like go through it after you finished it. It's like once you finish the question, while you're still in the zone of the question, rather than at the end of the paper, like go through it, see if you can spot anything that's like dodgy, you know. Cool. Any questions about that? Are we all good? Are we all understanding of the question? Are we all making sense? I'll have a sip of water. Will these be information? But yes, they would. Both AQA and EdExcel. OCR, I'm pretty sure too. They're about grade 5, so it'll be right at the end. As I said, AQA would be like the last question, and then EdExcel would be like the second, third to last question. So EdExcel paper's a bit harder, and they're laid out a bit easier, so kind of a give and take game. But there we are. So yes, they would indeed be. They would indeed. This would be about, on the higher paper, this would be about questions 6, 7 on AQA. Maybe about question 4 on EdExcel, something like that. Could be a bit later, but not all the time is it later. Essentially, if there's like a quadratic one on the paper as well, it's not going to be too far along. It doesn't mean it's not difficult, just means it's just one that's can be practiced, you know. It's not one of those ones you have to really think in a lot of detail about it. It's just a case of not like a problem solving one or anything, just a case of learning the method, that's all. Let's do another. What about this guy? Solve the simultaneous equations. 4x plus 2y equals 10 and 5x plus 3y equals 12. Oh, okie dokie. So let's get a look at this then. Not as easy, this one. Not as easy. Oh, headache. You know when you cough a lot and you get a headache? Ugh. So you have a little think. For those that want reassurance, what do you reckon the first thing we're going to do is, or even those that just want to make sure they're going right, what do you reckon the first thing we are going to do is, with this one, it's a little bit trickier. My glasses, while you're possibly typing it out. I'll just have a go at it. Up to you. See how far you can get. Give you a clue on the first bit if you are a bit stuck. This is a bit tricky, this one. So, first things first, map out your options. You want either the x terms or the y terms to be the same, right? The only common multiple of 4 and 5, well, they're not really the only, but the smallest is going to be 20, right? If it times that one by 5 and that one by 4. Get the y's the same, you're going to need to get them both into 6, like kind of like last time. So times the top one by 3 and the bottom one by 2. And then from there, it's your choice. The illustrator, you can either pick this group, like this pathway, or this pathway. Either or. I'm going to go with this one, because these numbers look a bit nicer than these numbers. But again, up to you. If you chose to do the x's the same, get the same thing. Let's go through this then. So times it by 3. 4 times 3, that's 12x plus 6y equals 30. Then double all this one. 10x plus 6y equals, what is that, 24. And then, once again, same sign, subtract. These are both the same sign because they're both pluses. So we're going to take these away. 12 minus 10, which is 2x. That makes nothing, is equal then to 6. Then divide that by 2, x is 3. Is that what we got? Yeah, everyone got that. Perfect. Someone got minus 3. Not quite right half, not quite. At least I don't think so. Don't always quit me. But then put this into any one of these. They're all kind of equally as painful as each other. Let's do the top one. Let's do that guy. So then we've got 4 lots of 3 plus 2y equals 10. I think that's okay. Easily done, isn't it? Very easily done on these questions. And then 4 times 3, that's 12 plus 2y equals 10. Take away 12, 2y is minus 2, and then divide through by 2, which is y is minus 1. Everyone else got that? Double checking against all your answers. Yes, you did. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. No, yeah. Fun. How do we feel about this? We all feeling good? Feeling happy, happy? Yeah, you got it? Cool. Good. Good, good. Glad you're happy. Grand. Do we fancy doing another one of these or grade 9? What are we feeling? Another one of these or grade 9? Choice is yours. I'm happy with either. Like them both the same. Grade 9? Yeah? Cool. Grand. Okie dokie. So I am warning you, the grade 9 ones are tough, right? They're grade 9 for a reason. Each of the steps you do for them individually isn't too difficult. It's just a case of them being all at once, right? There's so much stuff all at once that you need to be able to do. I think there's like, what, how many different topics is there in this? There's like simultaneous equations, about 4 different topics in this one question, so it's tough, you know, it's not easy. It is not easy at all. But these are fun. I very much enjoy these. I'm very much a grade 9 simultaneous equation enjoyer. I think they're very much fun. But there we are. This solve the simultaneous equations x squared plus y squared equals 13 and x equals y minus 5. So this kind of thing would be like right at the end of an AQA paper, if on it at all, because it might be a bit tricky for AQA. It's on it. I think I've seen it once, twice before, but normally they don't do questions this difficult. And normally they're difficult in like a different way. They're more like confusing rather than being like actual difficult maths. But within Excel, these would be second to last, third to last question on the paper. Won't be the last, but would be up there. Okay, so let you guys have a little think for a second. Let's go through one together first, just in case anyone's a bit stuck, because these ones are difficult. So with the grade 5, once we just start with those equations, that is solved through elimination, right? So we get one of the numbers the same, we then eliminate them by adding or subtracting a term, right? Getting rid of these x's or the y's to leave just one of the terms on its own. So then with a number that we can then rearrange to get just the term on its own, right? So that is elimination. This or that you cannot do with this because they're squared. Squareds make life difficult because squareds always have 2 solutions and there's a big faff around them. So squares you cannot do that with. So you couldn't just like square all that essentially and then like subtract them. Wouldn't really work very well. What we do instead is we pardon me. What we do instead is we substitute. That's what we do. You can always solve them in either way. Well, not these ones. These ones are by substitution. These are the ones, the grade 4, 5 ones. You can solve those either way, either by elimination or by using this method. Up to you. They both work the same way. But in this one, you have to substitute because you can't eliminate in this case because you can't get them the same. So, okay. What we do there then is we substitute this into this one. It's always the linear one into either the quadratic or the equation of a circle, which this is the equation of a circle. So we're going to put this in there. Because x is y minus 5. We have x in here, so let's make this x equal to what this x is equal to, right? So then we're going to get y minus 5 squared plus y squared equals 13. Okay. And from here, simultaneous equation stuff kind of done from here on out. Essentially, it's just algebra. How good are you with following through an algebra? Kind of following through the steps, making sure you're accurate, making sure you're you know what you're doing, you know. So from here, what I would do from there is deal with this, expand this bracket. Remember this bracket with squared on it was always this one here, right? This y minus 5 bracket y minus 5. So this always translates to this, right? So you choose foil or, I don't know, crab claw or rainbow, or whatever it is you guys use. I'm going to use foil. First, outside, inside, last. So first is then y squared outside minus 5y. Inside is these 2 minus 5y. And then last are those 2 there, which is plus 25. And then we've got y squared minus 10y plus 25. Does that make sense, everyone, how I've done that? Are we all happy with expanding double brackets? I'll be right out up here, then I'll read the chat. Y squared minus 10y plus 25 plus y squared equals 30. Okie dokie then. So, are we happy with this? Does how I've got this make sense? Are we all happy? Good. I'm glad you're enjoying this. I love this topic. I think it's so much fun. I'm glad I decided to wear this to the end. Like a nice finishing, a nice thing to round off on, isn't it? I love this topic. Good. All happy? Grand. We're on then. So from here then, This is looking very quadratic-y, isn't it? Very quadratic-y. You got to be able to spot this. Something that looks quadratic-y, make it equal to 0. So I'm going to do all these y squareds. There's 2 of them. So I've got 2 y squareds minus 10y. And then I'm going to take away this 13 from 25, which is 12. I don't know. It is 12. Well done, Olivia. Which is 12. Equals 0. So I've just moved this over there, and it with this 25 to make 25 minus 13 to get 12, added these y squareds together. And then this needs factorising, but I would make life a bit simpler for us and divide it all by 2 first. So you could factorise it like this, that would work, but all these are factors of 2, so just divide 2 out. So then you get y squared minus 5y plus 6 equals 0. And then just factorise it. Times to get 6, add to get 5. That's going to be 1 and 6, isn't it? 1 and 6. And then, oh, minus 5. That's why it's not working. Then we get... What's happened here? Something's wrong. My spritons are tingling. What is wrong here? What have I done wrong? Have the signs gone funny? No, the signs look right. Because this would not make positive 6, would it? What have I done wrong? Can you guys spot it? What have I done wrong? I'm sorry, if you're new here, my brain doesn't work. I'm very sick today. What's happened? What's gone wrong? Am I being stupid? Minus 1 and minus 6. Well, that would be minus 7 though, wouldn't it? That would make minus 7. Would it not? Something's gone wrong here. What's gone wrong? Let me check the solutions 1 second. Then I'll be able to spot it. What have I done wrong here? Oh, I know why. I know why. It's 2 and 3. Oh, I'm an idiot. There we are. I should have known. If one solution doesn't work, it's going to be another. There we are. Minus 2, minus 3. There we go. There we go. Ah, so silly. And then y minus 2 and y minus 3. Oops, daisy. Equals 0. There we go. Got it in the end. Got there eventually. Cool. And then we get y is 2 and y is 3. Just change the signs on these guys. And there we are, happy days. Those are our y coordinates. Grand. Have we followed from there? I know my brain went a bit too much to there, but hopefully you guys were laughing at me rather than making you more confused. So how are we feeling? Are we happy from here? Up to this point? All we have to do from here is just whack these into one of these. Well, this one, be exact. Whack them into there. The different that we got in the end? Oh, cool. Yeah, there you go. I don't worry if we'll go through it again. Don't worry. I will indeed do that. We'll do a bunch more as well. It's only past, so we'll do a bunch more as well. So there we just put these y's in here. So then we get x is... Oop, you're not going to see that soon. Let me get rid of this down here so I can write down here. Okay, so then we've got x equals y, which is 2 minus 5, which means x is minus 3. And we have got x is equal to 3 minus 5, which means x is equal to minus 2. Ta-da! And that is a grade 9 simultaneous equation. Et voila. How are we all feeling about that? So, to recap, grade 9 simultaneous equations will always have one awkward equation. So either a quadratic, which is like what, x squared plus like 3x plus, I don't know, 2 or something like that. Or actually, plus like, I don't know, 3y plus 2. Have like some kind of quadratic, right? Or it's going to be the equation of a circle, which is what it normally is. And this is the equation of a circle here. X squared plus y squared equals 13. And then what we do is we substitute. We put the linear equation into the circle equation, or the quadratic, whichever one you've been given. You put this into there. You then get something like this. So where you expand this bracket and you get a quadratic, you then factorize a quadratic, which will then give you 2 of whatever solutions you picked, whether you had y's on its own or x's on its own, 2x values or 2y values, and then you just put those back in, and you get the others, like in regular simultaneous equations. And there we are. Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot. It's quite fun because it's individually, it's maths that I'm sure you can all do. I'm sure you can all really like factorize a quadratic, right? I'm sure you can all expand over brackets. I'm sure you can all like substitute numbers, right? Here's a case of it being a lot at once, isn't it? There's a lot going on here. So yeah, it's a lot. It's really long. It's long, but it's 5 marks. So I mean, it's well awarded, isn't it? It's all if it's like 2. It's well awarded. It's 5 marks, which is pretty decent. And if you can't do any of it, then 5 marks is a lot to lose. So I would practice these. I think they're very good. They're a good method. So some of the grade 9 stuff's a bit trickier, but this is a good topic to go through because it's like if it comes up, it's 5 marks, which is quite hefty, and it's just the same method every time. And the use of it, yeah, engineering. I think I've used it before when I did, what did I do? I had a whole module on like braking mechanics, so on when things break and why things break, and you have to, like with stresses on an object, so like planar stress and then modular stress and things like that. So you have to like resolve the stresses to figure out which one's going to be like greater, like resolving forces, resolving stresses, and you use simultaneous equations for that, for the planes. I have used it before as an engineer. Well, as a student engineer. Wouldn't class myself as an actual engineer, but when I was doing my engineering degree, it does actually have uses in real life. So there we are. So yeah, pardon me. There we are. Am I a coder? No. Fliss is the coder. Fliss is tomorrow night at 5. She codes. I don't code though. I suck at coding. I did Python GCSE. Well, I did computer science GCSE. I got a C in computer science though, my worst grade. I got A's and everything else, and I got a C in computer science. So I sucked. Yeah, let's do another one. Let's do one more. Well, maybe not one more. We'll see how many others we can get down. Let's do this guy. Here we are. Here we go. Let me get chat back. There we are. Here we are. Solve the simultaneous equation. X squared plus y squared is 17 and y equals x minus 3. Yeah, coding is really hard. I've never had the patience for it. I don't have the patience for coding. Like a lot of maths I can be very patient with. But coding is something I will never have patience for. So at least with maths, right, you can have a question like this that's really difficult and it takes ages to get to the end, but at least it's like it comes to a satisfying conclusion, right? Like it's if you made an error, it's gonna be something like fundamental a misunderstanding, right? Whereas with coding, you miss a comma, your code goes to pot, doesn't it? And that's kind of that. Like if I'd worked so hard, spent hours and hours on it, and it wouldn't work, so comma, that'd be it for me. I would never code again. I wouldn't have the patience for that kind of error. If I get like a negative wrong, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I always get negative wrong. Like I can understand that, but a comma, no. But here we are. That is the question. X squared plus y squared is 17. Y equals x minus 3. Let you have a go. Remember, we're using substitution for this. Substitution. So you need to put the bottom one into the top one, expand the brackets, solve the quadratic, put your x values back in, or your y values back in, whichever one. Pardon me, I am sick. If anyone news in the chat is wondering why I'm being gross, because I'm very ill. Have some water. Okay, so giving you all a couple of minutes. Let's make a start. Let me start going through it. So remember, substitute this into here. So we're gonna put this into, not into that one, into this one, into the one that's going to get you all of the one letter, right? So you're going to do x squared plus y is x minus 3, so we're going to put that into there. So y is also x minus 3, so we have x minus 3 squared. Oh, good lord. Ugh, why? Why right now? I don't even have the chart up. I can't even access it. I don't even think the mods are here. Ugh, can you please stop? Please. I'm too sick. Oh, sorry, Tina. I pressed yours by accident. I didn't mean to do that. That was my bad. I apologise. I don't think I even have the power to ban. I think that's Samuel. I don't have that power. There you go. You're in a timeout. Yeah, get rid. Yeah, sorry, Tina. I didn't mean to delete your message. I misclicked. Why do they always happen when it always happens when I'm on my earth? I don't know if I don't think if Samuel's even here. Samuel's the unusual. I think it's Samuel anyway. He's the normal like moderator, but he's only in chat beforehand. I haven't seen him today. I don't even know if he's here. Yes, I am. A maths teacher is strong words. I'm a private tutor. I'm trained as an engineer. I have an engineering degree. But now I work as a private tutor, which is very much fun. It's very, very fun. So I don't have any like formal teaching qualifications. I don't know, because I would become a teacher, but the whole aspect of behaviour management does not interest me at all. I do not wish to be able to control the classroom of nearly 14 hours in students. No. I love the idea of teaching. I do not like the idea of handling 40 children at once in person in a classroom. That sounds like torture. That sounds horrible. So I will not be doing that. I will be being a private tutor for hopefully as long as I live. I very much enjoy it. But anyway, let's get to moving. Let's get going. So, and then equals, where are we? Equals 17. And then, we're going to then expand this double bracket here. So we're going to get x squared plus x squared minus 6x plus 9 equals 17. Which, if you don't know where I got that from, I got it from here. So x minus 3, x minus 3, and then expand it out. X squared minus 3x plus 9. Minus 3 minus 3 minus 6. And then bring all these together, we get 2x squared minus 6x, and then 9 minus 17. Whatever that is. We have a look. 9 minus 17 minus 8. Okay. Then divide all these by 2. X squared minus 3x minus 4 equals 0. And then factorize this, times to make minus 4, add to make minus 3. That's going to be, what is that? 1 and 4. And then minus 4 plus 1. So we're going to get x plus 1 and x minus 4 equals 0. And then shuffle it up a little bit. We can't really still see the question, but I hope you guys will see it a little bit. And then that gives x is minus 1 and x is 4. Ta-da! And then put them in here. We get y is then minus 1 minus 3, which y is then minus 4. And we get y is 4 minus 3, so y is 1. Et voila. And those are your solutions. Ta-da! And there we are. Is that what everyone else got? Let me double check. X is minus 1 minus 4. Yep. Y is 1 and minus 4. Cool. Okie dokie. Yes, I do private tutor on my tutor links. So I don't think I can link it, but I'm on there somewhere if you look for maths teachers. I'm on the list of maths teachers somewhere. I'm on a high band. So I'm like one of the I'm one of the pricey tutors. So I've been tutoring for the past 4 years now, and I do it full time. So I'm on one of the so yeah, I am indeed on my tutor. Gotta look for me, that's all. I don't think I can link it here. But yes, I am indeed. So yeah, how do you feel about that? Gosh, grade 9. I know, tricky stuff, but always the same, as we saw. Always the same. Well, let's see. Yeah, all the tutors and all these live streams. So I think so anyway. So me, Fliss, and Enketia are all tutors on my tutor. I think they're still students. NK and Fliss. I am not, however. I'm a boring adult, unfortunately. Well, not that they're not adults. I'm just that one boring. I'm gonna do a master's degree eventually, but not right now. Maybe one day. We live in Massachusetts. I've been to Massachusetts before actually. I worked as a science teacher in a summer camp in Massachusetts. It was really fun actually. Wouldn't do it again, but it was really fun. And then we get another question up while I'm just rambling. There we go. Moved on. But yeah, I worked as a tutor, not really tutor, as a I worked as a science counsellor was technically my name, which is a bit funny because who wants to go to a summer camp and do science? But it was fun. I raised puppies, like they had a litter of puppies so people could like see like the life cycle and things grow and stuff. So I raised a litter of like puppies there. It was fun. And then I had to live with a group of 11 like 9-year-old girls though, so that was interesting, and that's a lot of children all the time, 24/7. You cannot get a break because you live with them. So it was intense in that regard, but it was really fun. I don't think I'd do it again, but it was something like a once in a lifetime kind of thing. It was really fun. Yeah, so no, I don't live in Massachusetts right now, but I did for a period of like 4 months over the summer one year. It was quite fun. So there we are. That's the next question. Have a go at it. Grade 9. Remember to, I don't know, share something to yourself. We can get a grade 9 question, right? Huzzah. Isn't that good? That's wizard. Some water. And so with the last one, then we'll probably end up calling it. Depends on what time we finish this. Then we can have 5 minutes to chatter before we leave. And then off I go. For the foreseeable future. Yeah, I'll give you guys like 2 minutes. When it gets to 50, I'll start going through it. Give you guys a couple of minutes. Oh, my head. Horrible headache. Yeah, I went to a Christmas trip today and everything. I've been too sick. And so sad. I bought my Christmas tree yesterday. I'm going to put it up today. And that didn't happen. It was very depressing. Just been vegetating in front of the TV, watching old Doctor Who episodes. Well, I say old. Not really. David Tennant, which isn't really that old, I suppose. How long ago was it? Like 12 years ago? So not ages ago. Okay, 1 more minute, and then I'll start going through it. You can always face me out if you're not done. Put me on quiet or something, I don't know. Just look. Okay, it is 50. Cool, and so let's start going through it. Got some answers in the chat. Okay, see if they're right in a second, Raheem. Reham, I should say. Hello, just Rosie. Hello. Okay then, so what we're going to do first is, this is not as simple as it once was, is it? This is not as simple as it used to be. So what I'm going to do is just whack this over there. Easy fix. Then just get x equals 2 plus y, or x is y plus 2. Either or. And then let's put this into there. So then we get y plus 2 squared plus y squared equals 34. Okay. And then let's expand this. So then we get y squared plus 4y plus 4 plus y squared equals 34. I got that from y plus 2, y plus 2, first, outside, inside, last. First is y squared, outside is 2y, inside is 2y, and last is 4. And then add y squared to y squared, we then get 2y squared plus 4y, and then 4 minus 34 is minus 30, I believe, yep. And let's divide all these by 2. Then we get y squared plus 2y minus 15 equals 0. And that's most likely going to be 3 and 5, right? So times to get minus 15, add to get 2. So then we get 3 and 5. Let's have a look, and that's going to then be, what is that? Plus 5 minus 3. So then we get y minus 3, y plus 5 equals 0. So then y is 3 and y is minus 5. Okay, and then let's whack these into there. Can barely even see it. There we go, into there. And then I'll put those up here. We changed my colour pen actually, and then we put it in red or something. Okay, so then we get x is equal to 2 plus 3, which is 5. And x is equal to 2 plus minus 5, which is minus 3. And that, and then, where are we? That, and that. Ta-da! So everyone else got y is 3 minus 5, yep, and then x is 5 and minus 3. Cool, fun. And that is a grade 9 simultaneous equation. Ta-da! How do you feel about that? Feeling confident? Feeling happy? They're quite fun, aren't they? Just a lot, but once you practice them a couple of times, it's not like loads and loads, is it? Like some of those questions you have to do are like take ages and ages and ages and ages. But these ones are like pretty decent, huh? I quite like them. Always the same method. It's just gonna be it's just substitute in, set out the bracket, expand out the brackets, factorize the equation, and then there we are. Cool. No, I don't have an Instagram. Instagram's the ones I like don't use very often. I've never been much into Instagram. Yeah, there's a lot of tutors on my tutor. If you filter it by like female, and then the top bands, I'll be in there somewhere. There's a lot of pages you have to sort through. Or if you ask on the live chat, they might know. If like one of the same teachers been on the live streams, then they'll probably know who I am. I don't know if I can tell you my link, I can't get in trouble, but like advertising, you know. Don't really want to do that. But if you ask on the chat, they might be able to tell you, direct you in my direction. So yeah. Cool. Or if it's like, I don't know, I think sometimes you get limited how many people you can see, like when you still filter in. So if you like go into like an incognito tab, then you probably should be to see more tutors, because obviously it like limits you to the number of tutors you can see. It's like a live chat, it's like a little blue. They won't be on right now because I think they close at 5. But it's like turquoisey blue, and it's like in the corner, like when you see like a live chat system. No, but on the website, you know, when you like go into live chat to like complain or to ask a question, it's like down there. Or send them an email or call them. You know, I don't know. But yeah, thank you for the interest. Very nice. So yeah, I think we'll kind of call it there. I know we've got 5 minutes left. We'll have a bit of a natter for 5 minutes, so that we'll be able to get another one down in 5 minutes. No, we can talk to like staff at my tutor, because my tutor just have the tutors on like their system, but they are the ones in control of like how everyone gets seen and stuff. So it looks like it's like a little blue bar. It's like a little speech bubble, kind of like that, with like a, I think so anyway. I never really remember. It might not be on right now because it's shut. And you have to look like tomorrow morning or something, or tomorrow afternoon when they're open. but they'll be there somewhere. In similar shapes. No, not yet. We haven't done similar shapes, so we've done now, actually. That's been all of them. So I'll tell you guys what we have done over the course. Obviously, some of you will know already what we have done because you've been here every week. But I'll show you what we have done. I'm just checking my emails. It's in there. Let me have a little look, see. Okay, so the first week we did expanding and factorising linear equations. Week 2, we did expanding and factorising quadratic equations. Week 3, we did trigonometry. Week 4, we did scatter graphs and pie charts. Week 5, we did displaying data part 2, which was mean, median, mode and range, and box plots and cumulative frequency graphs. Week 6, we did probability. Week 7, we did ratio. Week 8, we did straight line graphs and inequalities on graphs. Week 9, we did angles in parallel lines and circle theorems. And week 10, this week we did simultaneous equations. So all those are back on YouTube. They're like uploaded onto my tutor's channel. So you're welcome to go back and look through them all. I've got like a playlist of all of them in. I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. I can't tell you my surname. I might actually do a ban me for that. So I can't tell you that, unfortunately. But my name is Olivia, and then my first letter of initial is L. And that's all I can tell you. That's what's on my profile, Olivia L. Most do algebra is a mix. Yeah, I mean, algebra is my favourite. I love algebra. Algebra is my favourite. So these sessions are kind of done now. I know, how sad. But hopefully there'll be more. If you have enjoyed them, if you've liked them over the course, then go to my school. No, I'm an adult. So I very highly doubt it. I very highly doubt it. So yeah, if you have enjoyed the sessions, then there's a link in the chat, in the description box, to tell them what you thought of the sessions, and it'd be nice to get some nice words in there, I guess. And then to teach. Oh, I'm not teacher. That sounds like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how teachers do it. Teachers have bit of a different skin, and then let me go to full screen so we can. That might be a bad idea. You to see my face and all its sickness. Very ill. But there we are. So how? Yeah, not that ask many personal questions. I can tell you how old I am. I mean, I'm 22. That's not like serious thing to have information. I can tell you I finished junior, so I must be at least 21. And I finished and I want to tell you when I finished last year. So, year before last technically. So I'm 22. I can tell you that much. I just can't tell you my name or my where I live or my address and things. Obviously, but A, for my personal safety, and for B, that would be seen as things like poaching. Don't want to poach, you come through my tutor, so you should stay on my tutor, I guess. And then let's have a look. Have you got any tips for someone who's struggling with maths in year 10? Practice. That's what I would say. Just practice. Maths is one of those topics where you don't have to have you can natural ability is really handy and everything, but it's not like English where you have to be able to make in-depth have an in-depth perception. If you can't see intent in English and English language and English literature, then you're gonna struggle, right? You can't teach yourself that. But with maths, all the methods are the same. It's the case of practicing the order and stuff. And one of the ordering things you do when to spot certain questions, what I would do is set aside an hour or two a week. Doesn't mean anything intense, an hour or two a week, and then sit down and just do some maths. Get a cup of tea. Put on some lo-fi beats, the girl on YouTube that has the headphones and the cat. I put that on and then just do some maths. Going to Maths Genie or PMT or MME or any of those websites. And just practice. And eventually, because the more maths you do, the better maths you get. That's always the case with maths. But the more you do, the better you get. So practice and then you'll improve. Guaranteed. Cool. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm going to see if we can. Maybe one day. Hopefully. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I mean, currently my time slots have been booked up for after Christmas. I'm going to move this over slightly so I can look into the camera and not off to the side. There we are. So my I'm currently fully booked for next semester. A little bit. I've got some slots. But this 5 o'clock slot has currently been taken. So they've bagged it for when I finish. But I've been more than, I love these sessions. If everyone wants to do them again, after summer or something, or during the summer or anything, I'd be more than happy to run them again. So yes, my tutor, they're still figuring this out. I haven't done this before. So they're still kind of figuring things out. There we are. So there may be more, but who knows. And then I've got a physics paper back on Wednesday, so I'm going to go revise. Yeah, good luck. If it's paper 1, then electricity. It's always electricity. Electricity is the only, half of the paper will be electricity in paper 1. Paper 2 is forces. Those are the two big boys. Paper 1 is all electricity, paper 2 is all forces. So if you're doing a mock, there you go. What do I do in my spare time? I do maths only? Yes, only maths. That's all I do. I don't know. I like to work. I don't know. I don't do very much. I work a lot, which is probably not ideal. I'll have a bit more of a life. But I like to work. I love my job. So I make things like videos of my tutor, which one of my TikToks went kind of viral, which I'm quite excited about. For my tutor, it got 35,000 views, more than I would ever expect. That's quite a lot in my book. I don't know if it's actually viral, but I think that's pretty good. So I make videos of my tutor sometimes, and I do past papers, and I make lesson plans and things like that. So that's what I normally do, and then watch TV. Those are the two things. Play Switch. That's what I do. Oh yeah, there you go. See, I told you. Two papers each. If you do if you do AQA trilogy. During the holidays, his holidays. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Tell my tutor, because they're probably gonna carry on with these at some point. I think they're just trialing them right now. Yeah, they do intense courses over. We have to pay for them in the summer, so they're intensive courses designed around a specific subject area. So they do summer courses. I don't know if they're doing them again this year. I'm not sure. But they do that. They don't do free live. It's the first time they've ever done a free live stream kind of thing. But hopefully they'll carry them on. They're rather fun. I quite enjoy them. Thank you. There is other stuff on it as well. I'd say that if you're doing the higher paper, like AQA higher, then fission and fusion is quite a big thing. Well, fission, being more specific, depends on which paper you're doing, but and whether you're combined or higher or foundation. But but if you're doing separates, then there's normally a lot of fission at the end of the paper, sometimes anyway. Electricity is the main thing. Static electricity, and then circuits. They love a circuit question. Separate should they'll love a circuits question on paper 1. They love a circuits question. And then they also quite what else do they do a lot of? Energy, but that's just equations. If you have the equation sheets, we got the equations for that. And then there's particle model of matter, which is sometimes the latent heat maths can get kind of funky. There's that. I've seen simultaneous equations come before. Oh, quite interesting actually. I'm thinking that today. I've seen that come before in a latent heat question. The maths for that can get quite tricky. But yeah, best of luck. Paper 2 is just forces. Is the main thing. There's also tiny bit on astronomy at the end of the paper. And then things like waves, also quite big. EM induction is what it is. It doesn't come very often because it does come up every year, but not in massive quantities because people don't like it. But it's still good to learn. It's the hardest part of AQA physics. EM induction is really difficult. But what else? Have I missed anything? Let me go through. Yeah, because it's meant to be a lot of them are A-level preparation in the summer to get prepped for A-levels, or people going from year 10 to year 11 or year 12 to year 13. So obviously for year 11 and year 13, you ain't gonna bother. You ain't gonna need a most of the summer till you finished. But it's mainly the people in where the years overlap and they go from one to the next, but they're still doing the same exam season. It's kind of like that. Oh, that's good. If it's easy, then hopefully it'll be easy for you too. It depends on the person, I guess, doesn't it? There we are. I think I might end it there. You know, I might go vegetate on the surface and we'll watch some more Doctor Who. We're up to the episode, we're up to Martha's season. We've started watching all of them. We took a bit of a detour to then watch Torchwood, which is a bit old for you guys, I think. But then we watched Doctor Who again. We're now up to... Where are we up to? We're still with Martha before the Master comes back. Like in that nice little middle bit section. So yeah, I'm going to go and watch my Doctor Who. Have a lovely rest of your night, guys. It's been lovely to have you hanging out with me every Monday at 5. I've thoroughly enjoyed these sessions. Thank you very much. And hopefully I'll see you all again one day. Fingers crossed. So yeah, have a lovely rest of your evening, and I'll see you all when I see you all, I guess. Bye. There's still going to be live streams with Fliss tomorrow at 5 and with Enketia on Thursday at 5. They're still running. They've also got one last week left. So if you fancy doing some more like my tutor live streams, I'll be with me, but with Fliss tomorrow coding, and Enketia on Thursday. So there we are. So thank you very much, everyone, and I'll hopefully see you around. Bye.